Hey guys, it's Drac and I have an exciting unboxing and review for you here today. This is the Nerf Rhino Fire. It is part of the Elite line. It is definitely the flagship blaster for 2014, and today, in this video, we're going to determine whether or not it's earned that title, if it is in fact the best blaster, because it's certainly the most expensive blaster. Now, unlike the Nerf Cam, which used a technology gimmick to justify its high price tag, this is being justified as being marketed as like Nerf's huge anti-aircraft gun. It's part of the Elite XD line, which is claiming ranges of up to 90 feet. I will debunk that in a later video, but for now we're going to let it slide. It does need 6D batteries to function. Now, when you consider that this already has an MSRP of 100 United States dollars, 60 batteries is a lot of scratch on top of that. That said, it does come with 50 Elite darts and 2 25-round drums, so you get a little bit of that value back. That's about $10 in Elite darts, to put that into perspective, and the drums will probably hawk for about $10 on the secondary market if you ever wanted to break it apart and just justify the cost of the Rhino Fire. Currently, this is a Walmart exclusive in the United States. I know that when it comes over to the UK early next year, it will be distributed by Argos, which is their kind of equivalent, although it is not exactly the same. Now, that covers pretty much everything on the front. Going through, we just have different shots of this model. It shows on the back, and this box is huge. My wingspan is about 7 feet, and that's at least one arm, a little more, so the box is probably a meter long, which is kind of crazy. Now, we have 225 dart drums. It's telling you how they're justifying those insane range claims. It's not solid science, that's important. Motorized rapid fire blasting. This is a flywheel blaster. It has multiple hand points on it, and then it has 2 barrels, so like the Pulsator, which is a vintage Nerf ball blaster that I've done a review on before, you could easily search that. It has alternating barrels that go back and forth as it fires, so that's what it's saying here, is alternating double barrel action, and a removable tripod. It's actually going to be the same tripod that the Vulcan used to have, but recolored. So let's get in here and we'll see what's inside the box. Then I'll probably load the batteries off camera and we'll do a second clip. Wow, it's huge. Alright. Instantly, this blaster is too large for most children. It looks like it has just a huge profile to it. It's very wide and very large. Alright, so where to start? We have both of the drums as advertised. This is the pack of 50 Elite darts, and then this is our tripod. Like I said, same tripod as the Vulcan, same attachment point. Kinda cool. You'd probably want this if you were going to use it for like anti-aircraft gun scenarios. And then the blaster itself, which I will carve out and load up and show you next. This segment just shows how your D batteries go in. This panel comes off, one Phillips head screw, giant orange panel, all one piece, super duper easy, and then we have negative to positive, and then negative to positive, just like this. I'm going to put this back on and we'll show you the firing. Alright guys, so here it is in all of its majesty. We have a twin jam door here. Like I said, it's a flywheel blaster system, so there are flywheels here, and then there is a separate motor system that controls these actuators. You can see that they come down. This is really cheap plastic, but that's necessary so that it can move. They're both spring-loaded, so they have a retraction spring to go back. Blaster is very large, very cumbersome. This pops up because, like I said, it's just like the original Vulcan mechanism, but now it's white, so it just connects in the same way that that did. So, shoot, I just had it on here. Like I said, just a very large blaster, and then to set it up on its tripod, you pull it back, and then from there it's got good articulation, so that's pretty cool. Then, these are the 2 25-round drums. The blaster has one trigger. You can't operate it in tandem, which is very upsetting. It's one trigger that's locked when there aren't anything in the clip. So there is a clip lock as well as a jam door lock, won't depress. Now it might depress with one in it. Nope, it has to have both loaded. That is insane. That's a really terrible feature. What if you lost one of your drums? How would you ever fire it? Gross. So if we do a mod guide for this, which I doubt we will just because I have very little interest in this blaster personally, then we'll definitely knock out those locks so it works flawlessly. But firing it, you use your thumbs or thumb to depress this. And it takes a second to get revved up. That's kind of funny. So it's definitely got an anti-aircraft gun feel. I know that those have to rev before they're firing. You can see it is not getting anywhere close to those ranges. Let's try picking it up. Again, I can operate this with one hand. Pulling it up, it opens, so you can use it with a great deal more mobility. Still not 90-foot ranges. I'd peg this at a solid 45 feet max. Hey, but it's an anti-aircraft gun. Check it out. Coop's making a drone, so Nerf sent me something to shoot it with. Game on, man. Now, no review would be complete if we didn't try firing something like this at an actual Nerfer. Now,
I volunteer as tribute.
Awesome.
But first, safety.
Oh, good call. Alright, so do you want to try and dodge?
I'll take it.
Okay. No, my blaster jams! It happens to everybody, guys.
I'm victorious.
You are. This is so disappointing. Alright, well, for the sake of honesty, we're just going to try and clear the jam and keep going. Let's see. So these are feeding. Kind of weird. Checking in here, everything looks good. Well, guys, I mean, that's my review of the Nerf Elite Rhino Fire, the Draculino 1, without firing a shot, because it literally couldn't get through a minute of oscillating without ceasing to function. That's very disappointing. For this price point, you shouldn't have any issues like that. Here we go. There's probably our issue. We'll clear that jam. See if there's one over here. Yeah, it just stopped on both of these darts. So at least it's fixable. We can get it running again, but gosh, I don't think I've ever had a blaster jam in the middle of a review. Certainly not one that's brand new and ready to go. There we go. That's much better. And she's gone. Alright. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. That's my review of the Nerf Elite Rhino Fire. I don't know how I feel about this one. I want to say that it's a don't buy, but it is an interesting kind of gimmick. It's basically like strapping two Rapid Strikes together, but with all of the recent sales, you can get a Rapid Strike for $20 now, so paying $100 for two of them glued together just seems a little crazy. There's also a ton of dead space up here, a lot of locks in this blaster, and if you just look at all these screws, this one's going to be a monster to mod. So it's not very portable, it's not very war practical. I don't think that I would recommend this one. It is pretty fun, very goofy, and it has a massive ammo capacity. If we strap Raider drums onto this, we could probably get 70 shots, 72 shots in it. That would be really cool. I hate that it jammed on camera, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. A lot of reviewers would edit that out, but I feel like you guys come to my channel because you deserve the most honest content out there, so I'm going to give it to you. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Hey, Draculino.
Ah, it's working!